Hey, hi guys, hi everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Hi Jamie, how you been? Hi Melanie. Hi Melanie.
Hello.
Yeah, we've got Jamie up for a reason. She'll go back down in a minute, but we got her for a reason. We're going to show her off in a second here, but she's got her hands full now, doesn't she? Anyway, here we are Sunday again, and you got to put up with us. So first things first, we'll go into reason I have Jamie up here. I don't know if you folks know about Mountain Mama's Pyrs and Pups in Utah, but they run a contest. They often run a contest because they're all breed rescue, but they do take a lot of Great Pyrenees in too. And the contest that they have periodically is they'll put up a picture of a dog, and if you can guess the mix, the first top breeds that are in there, you win a T-shirt. And what does that T-shirt look like? You're up, Jamie.
You want me to
You win a Mountain Mama's T-shirt.
Yeah, and they have it on the back. It has.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask me how you would foster or something like that. I can't
Yeah, but you just keep your eye on their Facebook page at Mountain Mama's Pyrs and Pups, and you'll see it pop up. That's all the information I have. She forgot to tell me more. All right. And speaking of Mountain Mamas, they've got a request. They're begging for help. These two dogs are in New Mexico, and New Mexico does not play games. Okay, they do not play games, and if they don't get a foster for these dogs now in a week and a half, they're going to die. And they're 6 months old. Okay, and they're scared to death, and they were dumped at a farm. All right, just so everybody knows. So let me clear this up. Just because they're Great Pyrenees and they're known to be working, livestock guardian breeds, doesn't mean you can dump them on a farm and they just automatically have a job. Okay. So dumping your dog, don't do that. If you're going to dump a dog, just don't get a dog. Okay. So, and everything's easy. Everybody's happy. And we have less overpopulation that way. So, wow, she tagged them so they wouldn't die. She has never tagged dogs that she didn't already have fosters for. But she, last week I think it was, right, Jamie, that she had tagged a couple dogs and they died anyway.
3.
That's not good.
So then she tagged like 4 puppies because that freaked her out before fosters.
Yep.
So, but she got fosters for those as well.
Yeah. So, but now they have dogs, and now she needs fosters for these. The Mountain Mamas is in Utah, based out of Utah, but you don't have to be in Utah, I don't believe. Okay. Jamie's not.
Nope.
So, anyway, if you can find any room in your home and you think you can bring a couple puppies in, man, really consider that one, because I don't think they deserve to die either. Okay.
Nope.
So, but anyway, I'll take you back down, Jamie, so everybody doesn't have to see you with dogs all over you at one point. Okay. Wait, what a show we have. Okay, see, we covered that. Okay. Now in between, we got a cool dog down there. We've got a dog. I can't even pronounce her name. All right. So, but hey, who am I? All right. So what I'll do is, we'll let foster mom pronounce his name. And
I'm saying it's Soka.
Soka? I think you're right too. Soka, 2 people now have said it's a character somewhere.
Yes, a character from an anime, yes.
Yeah. So, but he's a neat dog. He's 7 years old, and we'll just let some of his videos speak for him. And there he is. Say something, Tricia. Make sure I can hear you.
Hi.
There you are.
Yeah,
Can you hear
you.
us? Good. All right. Boy, I'll tell you, people don't know if they were missing during his song. We could see him in the thumbnail down there. Okay, you saw that, Melanie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what a boy! Boy, I'll tell you, he does have the best of both breeds in him, doesn't he? He's got the Akbash, the Great Pyrenees, and just it's a perfect touch of the Pyr.
Yeah.
Now, did I read that video right? Somebody packed up and moved and just left him?
Yeah, so that's what we explained. He was abandoned in his apartment and left there for over 10 days. And then when they went in and found him, they took him to the shelter.
Wow. There's no excuse for that. There really isn't. I have no words, especially with him. Now you said that he warmed up to your husband before he warmed up to you?
He did. So as soon as he came home, like he's so sweet and he's so gentle. Anyway, but you could tell he was a little bit scared as soon as my husband walked in. Like they just curled up on the floor and laid down together.
Okay. Now I see another one of you down there in the green room. Do I need to bring that one up too?
No, that was the sound wasn't working, so she refreshed.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wasn't sure because I saw your husband early on.
Mm-hmm. Tracy, he's over here with us.
There he is. Oh, wait a minute. He's just a dog magnet, isn't he?
Yeah, dog magnet. I tell you.
Wow. And there's Zeus.
This is Zeus right. Come here, Zeus.
Yeah. Hi, big guy.
Yep, here's
Yep,
Zeus.
there we go.
Now that's who. How do you pronounce his name? Was Melanie right?
Soka?
Sokka? Yeah.
Soka.
Come on.
Yep,
So
Sokka is it's Aang's best friend from the last Airbender.
okay. Doesn't matter. Still cool. It's a cool name. And look at him. We have a lot of pictures of him just crashed out like on his sofa and stuff like that. And what a laid back dog.
Yep, that's his favorite thing to do. I mean, you're not going to really have him tearing through the house or, getting super excited. He likes to just kind of lounge around and just be calm.
And that is typical of the Akbash. That they're more laid back than the other guardians.
Yeah.
Unless you're a coyote, he might get a little excited.
Yeah, he definitely is aware of anything that might come in the yard. We have chickens, and he does so good with them.
Wow. And chickens are birds of prey. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you said when you first got him, he picked a room.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still his room?
It's still his room.
That's his chill out spot, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's his bedroom. He sleeps in here at night. When he has had enough of hanging out with the family in the living room, he just comes back here all by himself and just lays down. And,
wow.
in the morning, I'll come in and say, "Good morning, Sokka."
Wow. Now, he's 7 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. From our
How much?
he's
And how much does he weigh?
100 pounds.
100 pounds. Okay.
A big
Wow.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You have any questions for her, Melanie? I'm just in awe.
Have you had a chance to see him around kids at all?
We haven't had any little kids around.
How do you think he would do based on his temperament?
He would do fine around little kids. With them crawling, like if they're like young enough that they're gonna crawl all over him and have a hard time like being nice. I think that he might get a little frustrated with that. He is getting a little bit older. And he just likes to move slow. He doesn't like a lot of fast movement around him. Our pit bull, when he first came home, was really excited and running back and forth. And he didn't really like that. And so he let her know to just keep her distance, which she did. She was respectful. But yeah.
And how do they do now? Her in a pity, or him in a pity?
That's her. That's
her now.
Yep. So they're friends.
Awesome. And what about him and Zeus? Is him and Zeus still pals?
Oh, him and Zeus are so close. Him and Zeus play because the husky is a little bit gentler in his play style. So him and Zeus will play. Him and Sasha don't play.
Okay.
But he likes to get playful, but just gently, and it's still a slow,
Okay.
calm play.
Well, let me ask you a question. Would he be okay as an only dog if somebody didn't have a dog that wanted to adopt him?
I think Sokka would be an excellent dog for somebody who doesn't have another dog.
Awesome. That way he gets all the attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about cats?
I think Sokka would do well with cats, just from what
Okay.
I've seen with him doing with the chickens and other small animals like
Okay.
that. I think he would do very well.
And squirrels, squirrels, never mind. You can't compare a squirrel with anything
No.
because a squirrel's a game.
How does he do on the leash?
He does really good on the leash. We did get a gentle leader, one of the little harnesses that go across his chest, and he walks really good on that. If it's just a collar around his neck, he does pull a little bit, not necessarily like to try to get somewhere, but just because he's so big, I don't think he understands that he's as strong as he is when he's
Okay.
walking.
All right. You said a general leader. Let's make sure we know what you're talking about. Is that the one where the strap goes over top of his nose?
No.
Oh, good. It's a harness. You got him a harness.
The harness, yes.
Okay, good. And it's got a leech attachment point on a chest plate.
Yes.
Perfect.
So
Cool.
it guides his front legs.
Look at that. Boy, he's big. He's big. I got a Akbash laying right there in the hallway too.
And he eats well with the other dogs. There's no food aggression.
Yeah, there's no food.
Everybody's able to eat together very calmly, and he takes food really gently.
You eat him nice.
So, what would his perfect home look like?
I think Sokka's perfect home would be somewhere with somebody who understands that he needs his own personal space sometimes, but definitely loves, some calm cuddles. He needs to be reminded to go outside in the morning because he will sleep the whole day away in the air conditioner. He doesn't like to be left outside for too long. He
doesn't like a vacuum.
Well, he really wouldn't cut it on a farm then, would he? Wait a minute. Did you say he doesn't like cats?
He doesn't like the vacuum.
The vacuum.
Oh, the vacuum.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the vacuum. What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
He does
He's
shed a lot. He does shed a lot, of course, because of his long fur. And it seems like maybe his previous owners may have vacuumed him to try to get rid of the fur, and he is very, very afraid of the vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you know that he's afraid of vacuum cleaners, so you just don't put him in that position, right?
Yeah. We let him go to the other room before we bring out the vacuum cleaner.
All right. Now I have a question. Now, am I remembering right that I read that he's your first livestock guardian breed?
He is.
Wow. And yet here we are. Look at everything you're telling us about him. So that tells me that you don't have to have pure experience to have Sokka, whatever the hell his name is, because he's that easy. But you got to be aware he's still a livestock guardian breed, and they're bred to stand their ground, and you don't want him to stand his ground against you. So you gotta. They make great choices. They already know how to make good choices. And look at those. Look at that. Oh, somebody likes treats.
Yeah, I told you. Shake. No, you gotta shake. Oh,
there you go.
You
gotta be careful with that. I'm glad you're doing it that way because some people lose control and then they label it. It's called the peer paw. All right. But you wouldn't experience that since you haven't had one in the past. Oh, make no mistake, you'll know it eventually. But then all we do is exactly what your husband's doing. Instead of him pawing at random and waking you up, Mom, I need attention, or Mom, I got to go to the bathroom, or whatever, he's got to put it in the palm of your hand.
Oh, yeah, but he did wake me up. Like the first night he came and he got into the bed on, he just got up on my bed and was looking at me like, hey,
and you opened your eyes.
Got on my bed.
Hey, you open your eyes and you're nose to nose with Akbash.
Yep. I woke up and he was just right there saying hi.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think we've all done that at one time. So anyway, all right, boy, guys, I tell you, what a crew you have there. And you've got seem to have a mellow husky. You said the husky plays with less excitement than the pity.
Oh yes.
Do you know how unusual that statement is?
I don't, because he was my first husky as well. He was also
Wow, we need to send you more breeds that you've never had before.
he was more of a foster fail.
Okay. Well, what do you think about it? Fostering is the only job you can have. That failure is a good thing.
Right?
Okay. So, never think that's a bad thing. It's always a good thing because rescues they're in business to adopt dogs out, and
They're
they
both
don't care. I mean, they care who they adopt them to. That means who would be
Yeah.
a better adopter than their own fosters.
Yeah.
So, but then again, you're in a catch-22 because now you take a chance on losing a foster home.
Yeah.
So,
And-
you always got to be aware of that.
Yeah.
And,
And like he said, Sokka is so gentle. You know, both of them are very gentle dogs.
Yeah. For those folks that say, well, I can't foster because I can never cut them loose. I used to foster. All right. I was with another large rescue and I used to foster. And what my mindset was like is when they got their adopter, everything goes through the foster. All right. And when I like to home, that is, yes. All right. Mission accomplished. Finally, we did this.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get another one.
Yeah.
Well, that was my mindset. So that's why I don't understand why they say that. That's all. All right. Has he been around thunderstorms or fireworks or gunshots yet?
Yes. So of course we had those fireworks last night, and the night before he did just fine. Super
right.
calm with them. Didn't seem like they affected him at all.
Okay. Well, I'm leading into our talking point for the day, and then we're going to bring Jamie up with an entire crew bigger than yours. All right. Fireworks is probably the time of year that every dog dreads. Oh, by the way, I forgot this one. If you want to bring their website address up, Melanie, please. It'd be helpful if you knew who had this rescue or this dog. The Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana is where Soka is. All right, and so get out there, and right there it is on the screen. So that's where he is. That's where you apply. And there's also other dogs. He's not the only dog. And just like Mountain Mamas, GPR, R.U.M, they need foster homes too. And always think about this. These rescues are watching these dogs die because they have no place to put them. And make no mistake, it is no game. They do die. All right. So, and New Mexico is pretty bad for that. And Melanie can attest how bad Texas is for that. Okay. Boy, I'll tell you, it's bad. I would have never expected this back in 1986 when I started with this breed, that it was going to be like this with them. They're so awesome. Okay. And then there's the Newfoundlands, but that's a whole different show. Okay. Newfoundlands need rescue. How can a Newfoundland possibly need a rescue? They rescue people. Okay. Anyway, 4th of July, about 3 years ago, Roman put some tips out on his page, and I grabbed them and I added a couple for myself. 4th of July is coming up. It's a high anxiety day for all dogs, all animals, not just dogs. All wildlife is affected by, well, thunderstorms, fireworks, gunshots. And so what do? Well, we're going to talk about dogs. Okay. So don't worry, I'm not going to drag us on. Keep your dog inside. That's number one. Okay. Keep them inside. Find a quiet place. Usually they'll pick it. A lot of dogs go in the bathtub. All right. Don't turn shower on. They might run out. By the way, thank you, Roman, for putting these up. And then you make sure you've got your dog's collar on. It's got his tags, and make sure he's microchipped in case he does get away. Now, what I always recommend, rescues recommend, have a tag on there. It's got your phone number visible. Because if you say, oh, everything's on his microchip, well, people that find the dog may not have a chip scanner. A matter of fact, if they find the dog, chances are pretty good they don't have a chip scanner, because the shelters and vets, that's who usually has chip scanners. So get your phone number on your tag visible if your dog gets away. Roman says take your dog out for exercise and potty on the leash 2 hours before sunset. Well, used to be that was okay. Now they're just setting them off 24/7. But a leash is important. And don't walk towards the noise. Obviously, walk away from the noise. Okay, the best you can. Now, don't ever try to pull your dog if he's in a closet or something, and it's time to eat or get water. Take the food and water to him. Don't make him go to the food and water. He's not going to eat it anyway, because now you just put him into a higher stress level. So don't pull him out of his safe place. He found it. He feels comfortable there, and he's the dictionary. He, she, they're the dictionary. All right. If you expect your dog to be, if you know your dog's going to be afraid, be proactive. Get a chew, get calming chewing treats, talk to your vet. Let me tell you, a few years ago, they came out with this stuff called Celio. All right. It looks like, it looks like that. It's in a plunger, and it's got little dots on the handle. And the dose, you screw this thing down for a certain number of dots, and that's what you give the dog in between the gum and the jowl. All right. It's a beta blocker. And it's the only thing that works on my Kuvas. My Kuvas is going to have a hard time on the 4th of July. Okay. And some dogs do. A lot of dogs do. Well, actually, all dog has a hard time. It's just the ones that we notice are the ones that don't process through it properly. All right. Now, if your dog loves the crate, let him hang out in there. Okay. With his toy, and make sure you got water. Water is very important. Now, if you're going to be leaving, send somebody to stay with your dog, somebody your dog knows. All right. But if you got plans, I get it. People can have plans. All right. I usually don't, but because I know my dogs are scared during all the fireworks, but that doesn't mean you don't. So, arrange a pet sitter, a human, to be there with your dog. And, so now everybody knows. Now, Roman wrote a few years ago that the noise can last a couple of days. We know now that it lasts longer than that. And so try to keep normal routines, because your dog uses you for cues. He follows your lead. All right. So try to keep routines normal. Okay. Because you're his cue. So now, if he does get out, immediately notify the authorities, animal control. They're actually there to help you, not kill your dog most of the time. I can't say, let's just assume they're there to help you with your dog. All right. And hopefully if you call them for help, they don't fine you. I've never heard of it when you call for help. All right. Now, always remember that when your dog is trying to get away, he's trying to get away from the noise. And he's going to be determined to do that. So you got to be prepared for that. You don't have to build Fort Knox, but it would be helpful to, just that 1 week out of the year. For New Year's too. So, and then we went over to calming meds. Now, a lot of vets you go talk to your vet, what do? They offer you trazodone. If you have a great Pyrenees or a livestock guardian breed, their metabolism is different. They don't metabolize trazodone the same way a lot of dogs do. And it backfires a lot of times. All right. To me, that's too much of a crapshoot. All right. And good news is it comes out of their system quickly, but it can still backfire. So trazodone is not one I recommend personally. All right. But there's other ways. Actually, before I got to Celio, with Sasha, a thunder shirt can work wonders, but it won't do it by itself, usually. You can't just put a thunder shirt on and be done. That's it. We're done. I use, believe it or not, the weakest thing you can ever use would be that box rescue remedy. But with Sasha, my Kuvas, the combination of thunder shirt and rescue remedy does okay throughout the year. 4th of July is different. All right. It's relentless. So, and always remember, treats just probably won't be effective. They're going to be so stressed. All right. And that's all I had on that. There's your tips. Do you have anything to add, Melanie?
I think you got it all.
Okay. What I do want to ask is of the viewers, what do you do that works for your dog? Put it in the comments and people will see that. All right. If I didn't cover it, because I can't cover it all because there's so many different things that will work for your dog. Okay. And the key to that is, you know, your dog better than anybody else. That's why it's your dog. So, all right. Wow. So, well, that sure is a good looking dog. Oh, so is Wendy. So is Wendy. Well, Wendy's not paying any attention to Soka. Who did we have on that Wendy just was paying attention to last time?
I don't remember, but she noticed
You
someone on
remember
the
it.
screen.
Yeah, you do remember that though, right?
Yeah.
Somebody caught her attention.
She hasn't even looked at the screen like the whole time.
I noticed that. Yeah. Anybody that watches the show knows that anytime Melanie is on, she has a sidekick. Right?
I do.
Yep. And Wendy will be we'll be featuring him pretty soon, or her pretty soon, won't we?
Yes.
Okay. Because she's not quite available yet, is she?
She's available. I had
She's not
her
ready yet.
about 2 weeks now, so I've been getting to
Oh.
know her. We've been,
Okay.
you know.
All right. I forgot to ask you, Tricia. Soka is available for adoption now, correct?
He is.
God, he's gorgeous. Boy, he sure does like Dad.
Yeah.
We didn't put it up, I don't think, but I know I added that photo. That doesn't look like Dad though.
Photobomb.
Oh yeah.
That looks like one comfortable dog there.
Yeah.
Okay. Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana. That's where Soka is. All right. All right. Now we're going to bring a brother and sister up. All right. Now you saw the foster mom wearing a t-shirt you can win at Mountain Mamas. Just keep an eye on Mountain Mamas Facebook page. You'll see that contest come up. I see it from time to time. I think I saw it once, but I don't do Facebook all that much. All right. So anyway, by the way, Teresa, do you guys, I forgot to ask you, can you stay for the show, or do you guys got plans? I can take you down and so you can leave gracefully.
My phone will probably die.
Very soon.
I don't know what's going on with this streaming, but it's just drained my battery. So.
Okay, well then we're going to take you down, and we will see you with your next dog. All right. That was quick. So, but they heard me. They're down there. All right. Now they can leave, or they can stay and watch the rest of the show. That's up to them, and they chose to leave. All right, here we go. We're going to stop wasting time here. These two are now they're with Mountain Mamas. This is Cindy and Bruno's video. Well, I like her logo.
Yeah, they have a cool logo. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to make it round like that so it fit in things, but I like her logo. She likes a round one too. She gave me permission to use it. But anyway, now, boy, I'll tell you that little Cindy, she's adorable.
She's
And
feisty.
she feisty. She's the feisty one, huh?
She's the feisty one. She'll steal. I have to like. She'll take my remote outside, so now I don't sit it on the table. She's taken my phone outside.
Who did she call? She had to call someone. You better watch out for international calling.
I know. Yeah, she steals things. So
What about Bruno? He doesn't?
no, he doesn't.
Oh.
No, he's like he's pretty mellow. She's the one that just like has to like. I mean, she's looking for everything to get into. So now I just put everything up. I put gates around all my garden.
Because of Cindy.
She's tiny.
Because of the little girl.
Yeah. She was fitting into like the gates I had up around my garden. That didn't work, so I had to order
Right.
a new one.
You know, with all the dogs you have, you're one of the very few people that I know that can put their garden inside the same fence that their dogs are in. Usually you can't do that.
She's sneaky, man. She's sneaky. She's tiny, so she just gets in all the little crevices.
So what do you mean by it? Can you define tiny? Because there's a possibility that our definition of tiny and someone else's could be different.
So she weighs when she was right before she came here, she weighed 5.7 pounds.
Oh, wow.
She's now 12, almost 12, I think, because I just took them to get their last set of vaccinations last weekend, and
Okay.
she was almost 12 pounds.
Wow.
So she's, like doubled her weight.
Well, if we remember right, we got a sneak peek at them the day after you got them, or a couple of days after you got them, right?
Yeah.
And how old were they then when you got them?
Well, so
I think we were told 5 or 6 weeks.
they were supposed to be 4 months old, but
4 months.
I don't think so. Ellen Ellen was a vet tech for like 20 years.
Yeah.
She looked.
Oh, you were?
No, Ellen.
Oh, Ellen. Oh, Ellen. Yeah.
So they have all their baby teeth. I don't know.
Huh.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
I was going to say, if you were a vet tech all those years, I want to go to that vet and go to work so I can have money too.
No, Ellen. That's why she came over to microchip them.
Gotcha.
But she's just tiny little thing.
She sure is. And she doesn't look all that. She doesn't look like a tiny terror to me.
That's funny, right? Because the mom was a full German Shepherd.
That's a sad story in itself.
Yeah, it is. And but who else? I mean, Ellen was like, God, are they like wiener dogs? I don't know. I'm gonna do a DNA test though.
Okay. Now they came from South Texas,
Yes.
right? So far south in Texas, you can't go any further and still be in this country.
I know. Come here. He's big. He's heavy.
Wow. And that's Mr. Bruno. Oh, you didn't. Yeah, he must be. You didn't pick him up.
I had to hold them while waiting to get their last set of vaccinations. I was like, oh my God. He weighs 18 pounds. He's quite a bit bigger.
That's quite a bit of difference.
Yes. He's sweet. He's cute.
Holy cow. What's their mix supposed to be versus what you think they could be?
All right. Well, we know the mom's
German Shepherd.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but I'm gonna do a DNA test because this is
And I'll tell you, with her markings, that could also be like Catahoula type markings, or something.
What? Like
Her
Cindy?
face, on her face.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but German Shepherd can do that exact same thing too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say German Shepherd in her face.
I don't think they're 4.5 months.
Oh yeah, I can see that in the pictures.
I don't think so. And the man who gave them up kept one of the puppies.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, so no, they're gonna help save that dog.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Monica works with Mountain Mamas and God's Dogs. She's the one that usually pulls the dogs out of the shelters down there. But
Right. No, I heard that. No, what did I read? And I got me confused that the puppies weren't safe in that whole town.
I don't know. I don't know
Because the German Shepherd died from suspected poisoning.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Okay. And that was sad too, because that was shortly after his wife died.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this is just.
Boy, those Texans are ruthless, aren't they? Watch out! I'll tell you. I'm glad Melanie's down there and can't reach me.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are pretty. Now that I've puppy-proofed my yard, and that was the main thing.
And when you were younger, you had to child-proof everything. Really, not much difference, is there?
No. I have 2 kids. They're older now in their early 30s. But yeah, I remember that. But these guys don't chew. I have so many toys. They love toys. Always playing. Just playing
Now,
all the time.
Compared to a Great Pyrenees puppy, would you say the Great Pyrenees is easier as a puppy, because of puppy antics than non-Pyrs, or would you say that is not true?
That's tough.
Because pure puppies have their needle teeth. They bite harder when they have their needle teeth and use the toy, etc. They don't look like they can chomp down quite as hard as in play as a Pyr.
No, she'll play. She doesn't hurt me when her little teeth
Right.
don't. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really had the Pyr puppies I've had aren't super mouthy, but they'll do more damage to things. That's what they do.
Right. Well, they're so big.
Yeah, Lauren still. I have a ton of houseplants in my living room. I had to start putting them up because she eats all my houseplants.
Lauren helped you buy a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh yeah, right. I wasn't really too upset about that.
No, I know. You said because I saw it and I made a smart ass comment on it, but you said you were wanting to replace it anyway. She just helped you.
Yeah, you know what? She's not crated. I can go for a couple hours. She'll get a couple of my plants, but she doesn't bother anything else.
Yeah. Wow. And speaking of Lauren, she's there too.
I know. Lulu, come here. You want a treat?
Okay, so I'm going to play her video while you're rounding her up, okay?
Okay. Lulu.
All right, we'll just do it that way. I love that ending photo where Ella has her in her mouth.
I know. I don't. It's so weird. I see dogs doing that all the time to each other, like licking inside of their mouth. It's weird.
Now, how long has she been in your house?
5 months almost.
Why has she been with you for foster for 5 months?
She has not, Steve. She isn't. Maybe she had one app that got denied. She hasn't had.
Wow, one app, really?
Yes.
One app. Okay, everybody, I'll put an app in for her. We got to get her some apps. Of course, then again, it won't do any good because the public can't see who puts an app in.
I know.
So,
and you know what? I mean, who wouldn't? She's potty trained. She's got a great personality, demeanor, no resource guarding. She walks great on a leash, like she loves all dogs. She's a.
and she's kind of babysitting puppies for you at times, right?
Yes, she is a great babysitter, no doubt. Yes.
Wow.
And
She's a good dog. This is Laura's puppy.
Yep.
All right. For some reason, Laura hasn't been adopted.
I know, and she's a great dog.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I mean, the very first foster that was down in Texas, children were walking her.
Yeah.
Okay. But she had a safety leash, obviously, but children were walking her.
Yeah.
And like Mama, except she's white and Laura's not. She's got more of the husky markings.
Yeah. She's got the little husky ears.
I know, and I know that's her trademark. Well, no, I take that back. The hose is her trademark.
That no doubt. I had the hose on because I was washing something out, and Ellen was here, and I wasn't paying attention. They were outside messing with it, and the water was spraying all over my chairs, everything. Like, I was like,
okay, interesting. Now, does she do that all the time with the hose?
Yes, she loves.
Has she taught the little puppies to do that yet?
She was out there with them. I don't know who.
Uh-oh.
But
so basically, if you need a break from puppies, you go outside, turn sprinklers on, and leave them out there and come in.
I know. So I thought the sprinklers went off. And so I'm looking, I'm like, what the heck is going on? And the hose, I don't even know, you have to actually hold it. So I don't know how they did it, but the water was going everywhere.
Oh boy.
I know.
So the little puppies were wet, Lauren was wet, and
they don't care. These dogs.
And now your sofa's wet and everything.
No, it didn't get in the house. I think I had the door shut.
Okay.
But the puppies didn't mind the water either. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I tell you, Bruno looks like he could have some lab in there, doesn't he?
Who?
Bruno.
You know him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm doing a DNA test because these.
Yeah. I'm just looking at his picture down there.
It's baffling to me. I have.
See how I thought that could have been Cindy?
I see what happened.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Look at the paws too. He's all black, but yet that's Bruno.
He has a white spot. He has a white spot right there.
Where? Oh, I see it down there in this picture that I thought was Cindy. The viewers don't know what I did.
Well, now you've told them.
I don't care because it was an honest mistake. But
like, hey, those are both Bruno.
yeah, I had to go through and change all the banners and in the scheduling, but I can do all that right from StreamYard.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. They was good.
oh no, thank you. That would have even if nobody had known that. Eventually, I would have found out about it, and I would have said, "Why didn't you tell me?" I would have fixed it. So this is why the videos and the first one you pointed, you pointed it out in the video first. That's why I always like to send the videos to the foster for approval.
Well, I did look at Facebook too because it was showed up on Facebook, so
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I saw the banner on Facebook.
I need when I do that banner, I need a headshot, and not all photos are headshots. If they're laying down like this, how's that going to be? How do you Photoshop the body out of it? Okay, so and that was the easiest one, so I picked it, and it was colored and everything. But I can see the big difference now. Okay, God, look at Lauren, an 8-month-old puppy laying there nice and still.
Well, she's 7. She's 7.5. Well, let's see. Yeah.
She's okay.
Like
She's eventually going to be 8 months.
Yeah. this month she'll be 8 months.
So she's 7.5 months. Close enough.
Yeah, she's such a great girl. I just, it's tough, right? Because she's like gets along with like all my.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a happy day when she gets her home, because I happen to know you're not going to let her go unless the home's at least as good as yours.
Oh my God, this one's
It's going
tough.
to be a hard one.
This is my longest foster. I had Gunner. I think.
I remember Gunner.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of them for a while, but she's definitely my longest one.
Right. Now, see, you'll have the next home will have to do that right there. What you're doing. Look at her. She's doesn't have a care in the world.
She's pretty independent though. She's
But
not.
but that's what I'm getting at. Look at her now.
She's tired, is why.
Well, puppies will wear you out. Even another puppy.
Yeah, she never did well in the crate. Like it was bad. So
Right.
I didn't.
And I like that. You didn't make her do this, and because man, that can go the wrong direction.
No, I trusted her. I'm like, what, like whatever. I mean, she's never chewed any like furniture or anything other than my plants. That's
Right.
pretty much it.
Well, see, and that's something that a lot of people don't associate. Behavior of a dog, a dog's unwanted behavior is different through everybody's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you imagine what some people thought when you posted that picture of your vacuum cleaner and your cord in 3 pieces? Okay. Me, I just chuckled. All right. But somebody else could have said, oh my God, look what that dog did. He could have died. Well, I don't think it was plugged in because the dog
No,
didn't
it
die.
wasn't plugged in. It was just laying there. I don't do
Right.
that now.
Yeah, that's right. Because you have dogs. You have dogs. You know not to leave a cord plugged in.
You know what? None of my dogs chew anything.
But it only takes once.
Yeah. Well, it was my fault. I unplugged it. I laid it there.
Yep.
Did something else.
That's just a routine that you have because you have animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Cool.
She's such a sweet. She sleeps with B on the end of my bed, and then she'll get down, lay on the rug or the.
Where does the independent part come in?
What's that?
Where does the independent part come in?
Well, she's not a huge cuddler. Like she's.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's tired right now.
She must just be photogenic then.
She was sleeping on the other side of the sofa over here because Angel's in the crate, in the puppy's crate. So she was down there looking at Angel in the crate, sleeping over there. But
because that's not a puppy in the crate, and that's what she expected to see.
yeah, she's like, why are you in there? And so she was just like sitting up there staring at Angel in the crate.
Wow. Now, how old is Angel?
Angel is, well, we knew, let's see, she was a little over a year when I got her. So she's 4.5.
Okay, and she's a GPRS alumni?
Yep. She was my first one. Yeah.
Okay, then you have Riley.
Huh?
Then you have Riley.
And then I got I had Riley and then B.
And B. I remember B because you realized very early on, and you adopted her early on.
Yeah. She's my Velcro dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's a good girl too. I was worried about her, and I don't know why. About the time I found out that you had adopted her, somebody else had adopted another one that wasn't peer looking, and it was just a great day. And but boy, she's a good dog.
Full peer. B's mom is full peer.
Oh, I know that.
I did a DNA test on. Well, so did her. A couple of the siblings did as well. She's obviously got cattle dog in her.
Right.
And a couple other things, but
Was she one of the puppies that they thought Toby was? She related to Toby with the EE that Krista has?
No.
Okay, all right. Somebody left.
We lost her.
Hi, Melanie. She'll be back. Hi, Wendy. And she didn't. I didn't see her touch anything either. She just. I hope her battery didn't die.
Hopefully.
Well, at least we got most of this done, huh?
Yeah.
And
Well,
don't
while we're
forget,
waiting, we can do a reminder that GPRS has its Flip of the
calendar.
Month contest
That's right.
going on right now. So if you are interested in participating or voting or any of
Will
those
you put a
things,
link to that in the
I'm
comments, please?
actually about to
I don't
drop
have a
that.
link.
Oh, you do. You just don't realize you have a link because I put it there.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I had that link. And
So
they
yeah,
cross ship direct to you, and you can enter a dog in there, right?
So you can
Right.
enter to be one of the shown for
Oh,
each month, showcase for the
and
month.
whoever
You can
gets the highest
also,
votes, it's $1 a vote. It's minimum of 5, isn't it?
I don't remember the minimum. You also can go through and pick a day, and if no one else has picked your day, you can pay
That's
to
the
have
day
a
you see
picture
your
put.
dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what have you got to lose? Supporting rescue, and it doesn't cost much, and you can get a calendar. I think I forget how. I don't know how that one works this year. There, she's
I
back.
feel like the calendars are like 30, but don't
Okay,
quote me on that. I
doesn't
should really
matter.
look it up.
See, it doesn't matter. The money's not the object here.
Yeah.
It's supporting the rescue so they can continue to do what they're doing. All right, and that's what this is. So anytime a rescue is doing a fundraiser, man, join in. I mean, you never know. You might get a cool calendar in return. Okay. And this is only their third year or second year? Third year. This is their third year for this calendar contest. Because Jean-Luc won first. I think it was Holly that was next. You don't have a video, Jamie. I don't know why.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
We can hear you. We just
All
can't
right, I'm
see
just
you.
trying to get. Yeah, it ended. I got to figure this out.
Did your battery die?
No.
There you
Okay.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
found you. I didn't see you touch anything.
I didn't touch anything. It just disconnected for some reason.
You must have a Mac.
No.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. It's my work. It's a tablet.
Okay.
I just have it
All
hooked
right.
up to my
Oh, it's a
screen.
tablet.
I never use it like this.
You could have gotten like an email or something. But anyway, enough of that. Go ahead and pick up where you left off because we just changed subject. I forgot where you were.
I don't know where. Oh,
We were talking about B.
Yeah, no, B is awesome, and so are the siblings. They just have a lot of energy. She's very vocal.
All right. Yeah, you see what we did? We started talking about calendar contest.
I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I think go ahead. Did we finish with that?
I don't know.
We got everything.
See,
So if you're,
she's sleeping down there. Can you see her?
Wow. Well, we had some really cool dogs on, and we only had 2 guests,
yeah.
and we had 4 dogs. How cool is that?
I'm so worried about those 2 Pyrs. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, let's bring them back. Let's bring them back.
I'm really worried. I told Ashley I'm a crazy person, but I might be thinking about it.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, you don't have much time. She said she tagged them. That only buys 2 weeks. I'm not sure that which day she tagged them.
Well, I told her I have a big, huge Finnish area downstairs in my basement, and I have crate down there. I had to bring a dog. I had to go pick up a dog in Salem for Ashley. That the foster was going to euthanize.
Wow. The foster was going to euthanize?
Yes.
The foster? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be that way.
No, the foster took Toby to be euthanized.
That was Toby?
Yeah, and the vet, he's a little cattle dog, small little cattle dog. And so they put him in boarding. So Ashley was beside herself, and I go, I'll drive to Salem and get him. So I got him from Salem in boarding, and I brought him here, and he stayed in my finished basement in a crate because I tried to introduce him to my dogs. It wasn't happening. I only had him for 3 days.
Why were they going to euthanize him again?
They said he was aggressive.
Okay. It sounds to me like a human issue, not a dog issue.
Oh, and you know what? Roman had him for a while, a little bit.
Had Toby in person?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, after this, I think. So Toby was in boarding for a week and a half. I got him out, took him to my vet to get a health certificate, and put him on transport to Texas last Friday. And
And what was Roman's assessment?
everybody loved him.
So basically, they didn't see what the Fosters saw.
Oh my God, he was so sweet. And
he was going to die over human error.
Yeah. So he's with Monica, who's a volunteer in Texas.
Cool.
She has cats.
Oh, Monica, I know exactly who Monica is. She had your two puppies first.
Yes, and I think she's keeping Toby.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, don't make it to where Jamie has to do this.
I know.
Because she would rather somebody step up and foster these two. And I'm not sure if they have to stay together or not. I'm not sure about that. I doubt they do.
Yeah, probably not. Not at 6 months, I wouldn't think.
But Jamie's talking about taking them both. You know what that's going to do? You know, with as many dogs as she has now. So, man, step up. All right. And they're not going to be that hard. They're Great Pyrenees. Okay. They're just kind of clumsy. That's the biggest thing. And they,
it's so
they are.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I got to stop looking at those pictures.
You just told me to bring them up. Make up your mind.
It just makes me sad.
Yeah, I know it. But Ashley asked me to get them out there. She's getting desperate.
I know.
All right. Those folks in Utah, they're just amazing. It's not just Ashley. There's others there too. There's Rebecca and Jess and Sarah and Shelly. I mean, there's a whole crew of them there that move those mountains around to save a dog. And this is what Ashley is doing right now, is moving a mountain to save these dogs. And, you know, that makes them tired. Those mountains are heavy.
Yeah.
And it is a heavy burden.
It's exhausting. I mean, everybody.
You can't tell me that, well, dog owners don't, or non-dog owners don't understand. That's a bunch of crap. They do. Okay. Unless you don't have any active brain cells, well, then you wouldn't be alive. Doesn't matter anyway. So, wow.
Well, Steve, I just want to say something. I did not know that about what you said about, you know, the meds for the dogs.
Mm-hmm. The trazodone?
Yeah. So Angel is horrified. So she sleeps in my closet during the fireworks. But I got her some. My vet I have never given it to her. So now
I don't like it because it's a crapshoot, and when it goes bad, it goes bad.
I did not know that. My vet
really
explained that to me.
Oh, okay. It's just over the years of experience.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a veterinary med. It's a human med. It's a sleeping pill.
I did not even know that.
Yeah, it works different in dogs. And I don't know the dosage because dosage charts aren't designed for veterinary. You might want to try, if you still have a problem, this is veterinary, the Celio. And it works with Sasha. Nothing else really has. This actually really calmed her down. You can tell. I'm worried she'll die of a heart attack.
Well,
this is bad.
Does well. So I have a huge walk-in closet, and so she's on the back.
There you go.
I have a dog bed in there.
She's still stressed, but she feels the most comfortable there. She found it herself.
She sleeps.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but you know what? When like you said, it goes on for a long period of time. So I try to take her out, you know, several hours before.
Well, just like Roman suggested.
One goes off, and she is just ready to head home.
You're skiing behind her so she can get to her closet.
Yeah.
Now, just out of curiosity, do you have water in that closet for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give her water.
So she doesn't have to leave the closet to drink. Because always remember, when your dog pants, that's dehydrating.
Oh no, I leave water in there, and she'll
that's for the viewers. Some people don't realize that.
Yeah. She drinks the water in there, so I know
that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Now she may or may not eat in there, but you don't want to change a food station.
Yeah.
We don't typically recommend changing food stations around. But anyway,
she's only one of my dogs that freaks out like that.
Okay, and that's not unusual.
Yeah.
Dogs can freak out. a common dog's previous life, what we'll see that is a traumatic experience for them from a previous life, if they were lived their life chained up in the backyard and they had thunderstorms, they live in a thunderstorm area, those are the dogs that when they get rescued that are going to be terrified of thunderstorms because they were unable to just as always remember, science is theory, okay, and opinions. So we believe that they were unable to go to find a safe place to go because they were chained up. And that's why a good many of them have thunderstorm anxiety over that. And some of them we can help, some of them we can't. I mean, it's just 50-50 chance.
I wish people would, every year I see on Ring or on Facebook or the local missing dogs, people leave, go to dinner, and they leave their dog in their yard, and then they escape. Every year, so many. And I'm like, why are you leaving them in your yard? That's cruel.
That's right. See, I have IP cameras all around my yard and my driveway, but I never leave my home with them in the backyard because
I would never leave my dog.
The idea of the cameras is to see who might be challenging a fence, maybe either direction. Maybe someone's challenging the fence to get in. Oh no, never mind. I got Akbash, Pyrenees, and Kuvas. No one's going to do that. But anyway, but so the point being is that you got to be there to do something. If you're gone, cameras don't do any good. Yeah. All you can do is watch it helplessly. But at least here I can go out there.
It's cruel, and it happens all the time, and it's sad.
And if it's hot, absolutely, it's cruel. Because
I hate fireworks too, though. It stresses me out. So I like the big ones at the events, but not like in the neighborhood.
Over in Europe, they have countries over there where they got these beautiful public displays that don't make any noise.
You know what it is? It's not even the fire. It's those. What are they? Cherry bombs. The ones that really loud.
The noise is bad. It's that affects all animals, all wildlife.
That's right. Birds. Everything.
That's right.
Yep.
And in Ohio here, we're going the wrong direction. They signed some new laws in that made it more lax to set off fireworks.
This is where I miss California. There were fireworks where I lived in northern about 10 miles north of the Golden Gate Bridge. No fireworks other than at the fair. Like
what's up there? Vacaville?
Well, Vacaville, that's one of the suburbs, but I lived in what's called Marin County, which is
I know where Marin County is.
Sausalito. Lived.
Is that where the Tubbs fire was at Marin County too?
Well, it didn't go down. It was in up north, like Sonoma area in the wine country.
That's right, Sonoma. That's right.
Yeah, but no, it never hit. But the smoke always was really bad.
Yeah, I asked that because there was the Tubbs fire. There was that dog that stayed back with the goats. Remember Odin? Yes. Yeah, we featured that farm. On
there, there's a little up north there. Yeah, there's a little farm, people go to, and, check out.
Odin survived the Tubbs fire. So did all the goats, but he didn't survive the effects of the Tubbs fire.
Yeah, it's fires there. I don't miss that.
Missouri Rescue supplied the 2 replacement dogs. It took 2 dogs to replace Odin.
Wow.
Yeah. I believe he was a Maremma sheepdog. They all called him a Great Pyrenees, but man, I'll tell you, he was a spitting image of Chessa, and she was all Maremma. But as that explains the taking 2 dogs to replace him. So anyway, wow, look at all this. Now we're just chit-chatting. Everybody's fleeing.
Before we go, though, if someone was interested in putting in an application for Bruno and Cindy, where would they need to go to?
Did you put that up, Steve?
I have it in there.
Yeah.
Let me look at the banners. Mountain Mamas has their own folder.
It's Mountain Mamas?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Hey, you found it. Wow, that would have been embarrassing.
Thanks
People calling me up. I don't know where to apply for him. They'll apply at GPRS.
I know.
No, that's not good.
I'm glad you said that, Melanie. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So Lauren's through GPRS, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah, we
It's
had. Yeah,
places.
Jamie's fostering for 2 rescues right now.
Yes.
I actually fostered for 3 little pitties too. I had a little dog that got adopted, then returned.
Okay. Now you stay where you are, Melanie, and then for Soka, you go here. Okay.
Mhm.
So because there was a third we had 3 rescues on today. We had GPRS, we had Mountain Mamas, and we had GPRRUM, Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana. And so, yeah, we had a little bit of everybody. Well, if we have a 4th rescue on, I'm just not going to show up. Next week, we have a good show coming up. Does everybody remember Lori, the Newfoundland lady? She's going to be here.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Yeah, well, she may not have any adoptable Newfoundlands, but she's gonna be here. You'll see Newfies because she's got a few of them herself, and she also has 2 new Pyrenees puppies too. She has a mix, an even balance of Newfies and Pyrenees, but I can't remember the numbers. All right, and she just recently lost one of her seniors, Chakota, but that was sad. But it always is sad when we lose a dog. I might be losing my Zoe this week. We don't know. There's a lump on her hind end that has visibly gotten larger in 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
No.
Yeah. So we're setting. She'll be at the vet this week, and hopefully she can come home. But if not, then we got to follow what the vet says.
I'm sorry.
And our vet. Well, the reason we do that, we know our vet. Okay. And we've been going to him for years, and over half of his patients are Great Pyrenees. Mostly because of the area, but anyway, all right. Well, let me get back to the studio here. We're gonna get out of here, and
All right, thank you guys.
hey, thanks for coming. Now, when are you? Now, Jamie's back. She'll be hosting
The last show of the month.
Okay, so whatever day that is, Jamie will be hosting that day. So this is cool. I'm thinking next because you'll be here next week too, Melanie, right?
Yeah, I'll be
And
here.
Lori and Sydney will be hosting. I don't even have to show up. How cool is that? I don't know, but because remember, if everybody remembers right, when we were guests at that Newfoundland place, well, I didn't have internet,
Mm-hmm.
and Melanie started the show and did a fine job, and then I drove into town and did it from my phone. And I ruined the show. I should have just stayed down. You guys were doing great. Yeah. Well, I watched the replay and I about threw up. I didn't know what I was doing on the phone. I still don't because I don't use my phone stuff like that. Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right, everybody. I got to make sure I hit the exit video and not the other one. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.